Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Forge World and Games Workshop. Firstly, Happy New Year everyone. Welcome to 2023. Hope you had a brilliant new year and we can say a fond farewell to 2022. It was pretty awesome, Warhammer wise. There was a lot that Games Workshop and Forge World released. 2023, I have a feeling it's going to be even bigger and better, and definitely bigger and better for this channel too. So a massive thank you to all of you members that support the content every single month, all of you Patreons and everyone that joins in on the live streams and subscribes and watches the content and writes all those comments. It means a huge amount to me and it supports this channel, and it's the main reason I continue to make daily content. So a massive thank you to all of you awesome people. So without further ado then, let's jump on over to the Warhammer community website. Right here, I've already selected news. If we go back a week ago to the 31st of December, I went through some of the pre-orders and things. If we look at the 2022, looking back, they selected a few things. Clearly there was a lot more that they released, but we had the Gene Stealer Cults and Adeptus Custodes codexes. Has it really been a year? Wow. Fury of the Deep. You had the Eldritch Omens in February, the Tau Empire, and then in March we had Eldar with the miniature of the year, the Avatar, fantastic miniature. April, you had, I don't know why they're showing this, but I guess they are, just the Tyranid Codex and the very small Parasite of Mortrex. Very lackluster release from Tyranids, but I think 2023 is going to be Tyranid year, November maybe on the channel. May, you had Necromunda and Echoes of Doom. June, massive month. In June, you had the Age of Darkness box set and Chaos Space Marine Codex. July, you had some contrast paints. You had some more of them. There are also a new White Scar spray. August, and throughout these months we had some more Horus Heresy in plastic, of course, but in August we had Warcry and Arcane Cataclysm. September, we had a Kill Team Into the Dark and the release of the Leagues of Votann, or Squats. You've probably heard of them before. October, we had a 35th anniversary of Warhammer 40,000. Yeah, insane, 35 years it's been. And Warhammer Underworld Snarwood. November, we had Cadia Stan's Army box set. I think it's still available. It's pretty good. I've heard some positive things about it. And also the amazing Slaves to Darkness box set. In December, we had Lord of the Rings Battle of Osgiliath, celebrating its 20th anniversary, new starter set, some new miniatures in there, and that was it, pretty much. I mean, of course, reading between the lines, unfortunately, there's no focus on Forge World. I think that would have been quite cool if they showcased all of their minis throughout the year, but oh well. Saturday pre-order, so you could pre-order a few things last week, which I went through, such as some Lord of the Rings miniatures, these Sus Ripper Jacks, Brute Handler and Chem Dealer, and that was about it. There wasn't very much to pre-order at all last weekend. There were some supply drops. It's just Games Workshop's way of, offloading a load of box sets and miniatures that they haven't really sold. You don't know what you're going to get. It's I think there's a gambling side of it, because you're paying for things that you don't really know what they're going to be. So yeah, if that's your thing, then on the 1st of January they've showcased Arcs of Omen Abaddon. So this book releases today on the Saturday, and also you can get the Boarding Actions terrain set from Warhammer 40,000, so you get all that scenery from the Space Hulk sort of set. Then you've got a mission pack for Arcs of Omen, and you've got all of these Space Marine Primaris box sets. If you haven't got Space Marines and you want to start, a new chapter, each one comes with their plastic upgrade sprue, so there is that, I guess. And And also you can pick up these Space Marine heroes. I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to actually do that for these ones. They're, in my opinion, I don't think they look as good as like what came before them. They're looking more generic now. I know, right? Cool, Space Marines generic. You got Black Legion dice. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, but there are 15 there, it seems. It'd be nice if there were 20, but Warhammer the Horus Heresy. So from Forge World, you've got the Mark III torsos in resin for Salamanders and the Mark IV torsos for Word Bearers. I will be picking up a set of those, so you'll see them on the channel soon. Also, Salamanders get Mark II and Mark IV shoulder pads, and Word Bearers get Mark II and Mark III shoulder pads. And the reason why Word Bearers don't get Mark IV is because, I say technically, they've already got Mark IV heads and pads on the site, and those are not made to order, the ones you can get already on the site. Whereas these are, yeah, it's bizarre. I think they should just not be made to order at all. They should just be available all day, every day. Because if you think about it, there's so many new people. Because if you think about it, since June, we've had 6 months of new players and collectors for the Horus Heresy. And to be releasing kind of limited runs of, you know, shoulder pads and things and torsos seems a bit strange, considering considering Games Workshop have re-released Mark III and Mark IV plastic box sets as the part of the main range. Just seems, yeah, bizarre. Then Blood Bowl, you got a couple of new miniatures there. Nobbler, Blackwart, and Scrapper. Library, you've got Mortis in paperback, and then you've got this map. Not a massive fan of this map, if I have to say. Like, it doesn't look like there's Titans or wreckage or anything like that. It just looks like it's a wall, and then, you know, all of this around it. I mean, this looks quite cool here, and I guess this in a way, but I need to see more close-up images of this. But yeah, it doesn't look as kind of impressive as the other maps that have gone before it. Then you've got Wrath of the Lost, A New Tale of Flesh Tearers by Chris Forrester. And then Assassinorum Kingmaker, Robert Wrath. I think that's available in paperback. And then some other books in different languages. And then a Warhammer 40,000 battle report with Age of Cadia, and some Gloomspite Gits, tips and tricks. I'm hoping that Louise did that video, because she's the go-to, really, for goblins and Gits and things like that. Some more literature was released in the vault, and that was it for the Sunday preview. Every Sunday about 6 o'clock in the evening, they do this next week pre-order preview article. So they'll do one so they'll upload one tomorrow to showcase that. Moving on then to the next day, I think this is on the Monday. We had a look at this new miniature. It's a fiery skeleton with a chainsaw. I'm not quite sure about the flames there. I mean, yeah, that works, but this, I'm not quite sure. It just looks very different to like the Nighthaunt and things, that's all. You celebrate store anniversaries with these new miniatures. So they've gone for Leagues of Votan and Admiral of the First Fleet. You've also got Archmage store anniversary exclusive collection, which is a hardback anthology. And then store anniversary extras. You get free gifts every £50 you spend, up to a total of £200. Yeah. I mean, that's quite nice. Oh, the gold dice are pretty cool. I wonder if you get the gold dice for £200. That bag looks alright too. And what are these? Is that a blast marker? No. Okay, I like the gold dice though. Don't tell me you have to spend £200 for them though. Then moving up, you've got the Rumour Engine, which is, I want to say that's 40k, but could be totally wrong there. It's some kind of like rounded mace. Armies on Parade. 2 simple steps to starting your armies on parade in 2023. Arcs of Omen, how to build board and actions. New year, new bayonets. The Cadians get an upgrade sprue. So this is their upgrade sprue. Pretty nice. There are some female heads in here, which is blimmin' awesome, finally. You've got some bayonets, you've got some backpacks, you've got some fuel drums, power sword with the cable. You've got this, like, is it a tank commander or something? Different ways of holding the weapons, even like a blood bag or something. You've got a wrench, an axe, bionic arm. This looks like fantastic. What an amazing upgrade set. Yeah, I'm very impressed with that. Look, armored division officer, look. So you can have him, and look at this. Look, you can make a medic out of it as well. Wounded trooper, map reader. Yeah, just very, very cool. They're getting some decent sculpts. Win a gigantic pile of Citadel paints and tools in this incredible Warhammer Plus giveaway. So they are giving away some of their Citadel stuff. All you need to do is subscribe by the 31st. If you're already subscribed, you're golden. So you could win all of those. If you're a subscriber already, which is pretty nice. Yeah, very, very cool. Blood Bowl match play guide. Prepare to board the Arts of Omen with the novels to say that might save your life. Interesting. So yeah, you've got some novels that sort of focus on space hulks and fleets and what's coming up. Cadia stands with this month's free in-store miniature. That's quite cool. And that's the coin as well. And you can get your album. But you have to speak to your store manager to get the coin album. You can't speak to anybody else. Meta Watch Warhammer 40,000. New year, new balance, data slate, new Monitorum field manual. Arcs of Omen. A little look at this upcoming book. Going to be some nice artwork in it, at least. I'm going to skip it completely. Arts of Omen. Just been there, done that with them. Wrath of the Spider and also the other Vigilus books, things like that. I'm just not as fully engaged with 40k at the moment as I used to be. But for Horus Heresy, wow, these new Horus Heresy, these new Alpha Legion Mark 6 helmets and shoulder pads look amazing, and yeah, it makes me want to collect Alpha Legion now. And I think Alpha Legion would look awesome in the Mark 6. Probably better than the other armours, I would say. I think it really suits them. You've got Dawnbringer previews, you've got the Forge World pre-orders, so these 2 minis, and then, this is quite a nice roundup. This is pretty cool that they've done this, that they've put smaller thumbnails and given you a showcase of everything there on the 6th as well. So yeah, I hope that they continue doing these articles where they showcase the pre-order for that day and all of them on Forge World. That's a really good step in the right direction. Arcs of Omen, 3 key lessons, recreating the ruined city of Osgiliath with the new terrain. So this looks pretty cool. Yeah, very, very nice. Look at that. So new terrain will be available soon. And then announcing the World Championships of Warhammer. And that's pretty much it for the news. So not a huge amount of news over this past week. I'd probably say actually less than the week before. So now we'll move on over to Forge World and we'll have a look at all of those pre-orders. And here we are on Forge World's web store. So right here you've got an advert for Blood Bowl, Goblin Star players galore, Field Nobbler, Blackwart and Scrapper Sorehead. Then you've got a little thumbnail there for the Horus Heresy torsos and shoulder pads, and a couple of thumbnails for the week before. So if we click on new and pre-orders, so here we are. So let's have a look at the two miniatures first of all. Nobbler, Blackwart and Scrapper Sorehead, £25.50. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Given their size, I would have expected them to be like 20 or 22. £25 is sort of £12 each. Okay, I mean, there is a lot of detail and they are quite tall. But yeah, you can add these two minis. They are 9 components. Okay, so that's not that much either. But yeah, they're the two minis for Blood Bowl. Then you've got all the Horus Heresy torsos and shoulder pads. So it's up to you, you know, which Legion you collect or which Legion you're going to collect. But for now, at least, you've got access to Mark II and Mark III shoulder pads for word bearers. I prefer my word bearers in Mark IV, predominantly being Mark IV. So hence why I will be picking a couple of packs of these Mark IV torsos. Then you've also got the Salamanders Mark III torsos, and I think Salamanders look the best in Mark III. However, you haven't got the Mark III shoulder pads, but you've got the Mark IV and Mark II pads. There are rumours that different marks will be coming out in plastic, so you might want to jump on board and pick these up. The thing is, though, before they weren't made to order pads and torsos and things. These have been released before, and of course now they've been re-released. I think that they'll be re-released again. They should be in the main range, in my opinion. Maybe they've only got the sort of budget to have 2 Legions pads and torsos per month or so, and they do that every month. I don't know, but the thing is, you know, Mark 6 heads and pads, they are like the staple now on the website, which is a bit bizarre because you would think that there's a lot more people out there with Mark 3s and Mark 4s than Mark 6s, you know. And also people with Mark 6s, I think they're more likely to pick up more Mark 4s and Mark 3s now. But needless to say, you've got options there if you wanted to pick these torsos and pads up. It's a shame that the word bearers pads and torsos weren't sort of released at the same time as the Mark 6 heads and pads from Forge World. That's really bizarre. I think a couple of Legions, they've timed it in conjunction with their release. Who knows though, maybe we'll get the word bearers Mark 6, the pads and heads next weekend. But don't think that you've got to pre-order them right now. You can add them to cart all the way up to the 16th of January, so you've got until that Monday before 8 a.m. so you could get up at 7:30 or 20 to 8, put an order in for the torsos and things, and then they'll be delivered in 180 working days. I've pre-ordered torsos like this before, and they've arrived actually before their release date the week after. So yeah, the earlier you put your order in, the quicker it seems you'll receive them, but they do allow the 180 days. I don't think they're going to take that long though. It's just a shame that they could possibly take 180 days. I mean, that's crazy when you think about it, that they could take up to 6 months for them to be produced. I guess they're just giving themselves a bit of a buffer. But that's it from Forge World, just the pads and those 2 miniatures. Let's go on over to Games Workshop right here and have a look at all of these Space Marine Primaris pre-orders and things. So they're right here on this thumbnail, along with this Flesh Eater Quartz miniature. If we click new and exclusive and we hit pre-orders and then we view all and we go high to low. So you can get the Warhammer 40,000 Board in Actions at Rules and Terrain Collection for £165. Okay, so some scenery and basically gaming board and a book for £165. You've got the Iron Hands Mark March of Iron Strike Force, £130. That comes with 2 Redemptors. Out of all of them, I would probably pick that one up because you're getting 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, which is quite nice. The thing is about these is I don't see them on the third-party sites. I think you can only get them direct order from Games Workshop. Well, it doesn't necessarily say anywhere there, but yeah, I've scoured the third-party sites and unfortunately you can't get them. Or maybe you can get them, but they sold out like instantly. I don't know, but yeah, if you were getting them from third-party, you'd save yourself, I think, £20 or so. You got the Board and Actions terrain set, £130 there. So if you skipped out on the Kill Team set, this is your way of picking up all of this amazing scenery. So you can have all these Space Hulk games and things, full set, 68 terrain pieces. Yeah, that's quite cool. You know, you can also use it for Horus Heresy, I would have thought. Yeah, a lot of modular parts there for the terrain. You've got the White Scars Storm of Chogoris, a load of bikes. You've got Ultramarines Scions of Macragge, which includes Marneus Calgar in there, and some Blade Guard. Arcs of Omen, Abaddon Collector's Edition, £55 for this one. No longer available. It was sold out instantly for a book that is only, well, it's 86 pages. You've got some rules there for the board and actions and things. So being Collector's Edition, of course, you're getting the... Well, it doesn't look like you're getting page edges. You're just getting a page keeper and a soft touch. It says silver foils there, but I don't know whether they've... Doesn't look like silver foils from that angle anyway. But I'm sure it is. You've got some Candish Horseman Warband. You've got Space Marine Heroes 2023 Blood Angels Collection 2. So that's good. I think that was originally released in Japan, or it would be. But £40 gets you the set. Yeah, that's fine. You've got the Mercury Exultant Killzone map, £40. All of these maps have been £40. That's just how much they are. This didn't sell out straight away, so that's quite odd. But they are lovely looking maps. I can contest to that. You've got the Arcs of Omen, Abaddon, £35 here for this book. And yeah, 88 pages it says. So stunning showcase of miniatures, full rules for boarding actions, 9 boarding action unique objectives. You also get the content for the app, and you need a copy of the Warhammer 40,000 core book for it. You got Black Legion dice, £22 for 15 dice. We're way past the, pound per dice mark now. Abhorrent Ghoul King with Crown of Delusion. I haven't seen him anywhere. He is made to order, that's why. And he is a special order item as well. But yeah, £21 for him. He looks pretty good. I don't really have any Flesh Eater Courts, although I do like this mini. I'm still undecided. You've got until, again, the 16th of January to make a decision to pick that one up. You've got more Lord of the Rings. You've got The Wrath of Lost hardback for £18 by Chris Forrester. You've got chapter approved Arcs of Omen Grand Tournament Mission Pack, £17.50. You've got Blood Bowl matched play guide, which I think was last week, and you got Kingmaker in paperback for £8.99 and Mortis in paperback for £7.99. That's pretty good. I'd definitely pick that up in paperback. And if you like Titans, yeah, just go for it. I've got it in hardback, and it's just, yeah, one of my favourites out of the Siege of Terror books, mainly because I'm a bit biased towards Titans. But and that's it for all of the news and pre-orders. So a lot more kind of pre-orders and things to pick up this weekend than the previous few weekends. What will you be picking up this weekend? Were you able to snag a Space Marine Strike Force? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.